When you're looking at something as pricey as a dedicated conference bar, the first question that usually pops into my head is, will this actually make my meetings smoother, or am I just adding another piece of tech to troubleshoot? That hesitation is real, especially when you've already got a decent webcam, a mic that works, and a room that sort of functions. The Yealink MeetingBar A50 promises to replace a handful of separate devices with one sleek unit, and today I'm going to break down whether that promise translates into everyday value, not just glossy marketing copy. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's start with the big picture. This is an all-in-one collaboration system designed for medium to large rooms. That means you're probably dealing with a space where a regular laptop webcam just won't cut it, perhaps a boardroom that seats 8 to 10 people, or a training room where you need to capture a presenter from multiple angles. The core of the MeetingBar is its triple camera array, each sensor rated at 5 MP and capable of 4K output. In theory, that should give you the flexibility to switch between wide-angle shots of the whole room and tighter views of a speaker at the podium. From a practical standpoint, the first thing I appreciated is how the three cameras work together automatically. You don't have to click a remote or jump through a menu to change the field of view. The system's embedded software detects where the active speaker is and pans, tilts, and zooms accordingly. In a real-world scenario, say, a quarterly business review where the presenter flips between slides and a whiteboard, the camera zeroes in on the presenter without any lag or jitter. For folks who are not tech-savvy, that hands-free operation removes a common source of embarrassment. You no longer have to worry about accidentally pointing the camera at a wall while someone is speaking. Autofocus confidence is another area where the MeetingBar stands out. Many lower-end conference cameras struggle to keep faces sharp when someone leans in or steps back, leading to blurry video that forces participants to squint. The A5031's autofocus algorithm, paired with that 5 MP sensor, maintains focus across the whole 4K frame. In a test I ran with a colleague who moved from the far edge of a 20-foot room to the front of the podium, the image stayed crisp the entire time. This is especially helpful in hybrid meetings where you want remote attendees to feel like they're in the room, not watching a static, out-of-focus feed. Low-light performance is often the hidden Achilles heel for conference systems, and Yealink's claim of smart features includes an infrared illumination mode that kicks in when ambient light drops below 200 lux. In a dimly lit training session, the cameras switched to IR without any manual input, and the video remained clear, though, with the characteristic monochrome look of infrared. If you regularly run meetings after sunset or in rooms without bright overhead lighting, that automatic boost can be a lifesaver. However, if your space already has good lighting, you'll probably never notice that feature in action, which means you might be paying for capability you don't need. Stabilization is less of a concern for a fixed conference bar than it is for handheld devices, but the system does incorporate minor electronic stabilization to smooth out any vibrations from the HVAC system or from someone accidentally nudging the unit. In practice, this means the video feed stays steady even if the room's air conditioning turns on midway through a call, a subtle detail that can keep remote participants from feeling disoriented. Now, the audio side. Yealink bundles a 4-mic array with beamforming technology, and that's where the MeetingBar starts to differentiate itself from a simple webcam. The microphones pick up voices from across the room while suppressing background noise, which is a huge plus if you have a bustling office or an open-plan space nearby. In a real-world test with 3 participants spread out, the remote listener reported clear, consistent audio without the echo that tends to happen when you use a laptop's built-in mic in a large room. That said, the system isn't a replacement for a dedicated speaker system. If you want full-range audio playback for videos or presentations, you'll still need external speakers. Connectivity is straightforward: HDMI output, USB-C for video and data, and a standard Ethernet port. The Ethernet connection ensures stable bandwidth, which is crucial for 4K video streams. Plug and Play works as advertised. Once you connect the bar to your computer and your network, the Yealink software detects it and you can start a call in under a minute. The only friction I observed is the initial software install. which requires admin rights and can be a stumbling block in corporate IT environments with strict policies. If you're comfortable working with your IT team, that shouldn't be a deal breaker, but it does add an extra step compared to a simple USB webcam. So, who should actually consider buying the MeetingBar A50? If you run a medium-sized conference room, a training hub, or a hybrid classroom where you regularly host external clients, the all-in-one design eliminates the need for